Well, hello there. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, good middle of the night. Whenever it is for you, there is our glorious sun. Another overnight and morning without at least too much chemtrail business. There was kind of a weird fogginess to the air, but anyway, here we are. We're approaching 10 o'clock here in Northern California. I'm here with Cora and Chacho. Cora wants to play with Chacho. It is the 28th of January, Tuesday, 2025. It's about 9:44 a.m. I hope you enjoyed that. Frequencies from my kalimba, and magic is coming. This is the coolest thing. I would be taking video. I've been meaning to take video of it. Why don't I just show you? What am I talking about? Look at this. Let me take you over here for a second. There's my babies. There's my baby sitting right next to me. Check this out. Look at it's been frosty overnight, very cold, 31, 32, something like that. So now that the sun's come over the ridge, it's hitting the house and literally it steams. It steams, doesn't it, lovey-dovey? Yes, it does. Oh, and one of my sun catchers. This is one of my favorite ones. I took some really cool video of it yesterday afternoon with the sun hitting it from the other area, or the other angle from the big windows. But I absolutely love sun catchers, and they kind of drive the dogs nuts a little bit, especially when they go too fast. But anyway, let's come back here to my little area at the window and get this show on the road. Oh, that glorious sun coming through. So beautiful. I want you to get a good view of the beautiful river. Oh, I need a big rubber band for this thing, or I need something else. That's my little lap tabletop. There we go. Okay. Whew. So yesterday I received 4 of the new decks of the 5 decks that I got. I was guided to get, order a few days ago. The last one comes, I think, not for a whole other week or something, or at the end of this week. I have to check again. But anywho, I got 3 Oracle decks and a Tarot deck yesterday. We got The Divine Circus by Alana Fairchild. She's amazing. And I saw this deck in a video and then worked with the digital version and really liked it. And so I was guided to get the hard version. And then I got the Citadel, a very cool deck. Totally in love with this deck. It's an archetypes deck, and I found that I could really tap in and flow with it rather easily and have the messages come through and paint this. I only did it the one time with this deck last night. So we had an unboxing last night on my Mighty Networks, in my open space on my Mighty Networks. It was really fun. Thanks for all who joined me there. I really appreciate it. I'm uploading that video to YouTube so I could share that. And then we did a reading at the end. It was really fun. It got kind of cut off at the end because Mighty Networks limits lives to 2 hours, and I wasn't going to extend it at that point. It was time to go. It was already like 8:30 or approaching 8:30 p.m. Pacific. So anyway, if you're interested, that's going to be uploaded here today. The replay is available currently and for view on Mighty Networks, and you can join my open space on Mighty Networks. The link is in the description, and I'm excited for more people to join us there. So I brought over the 3 decks. Oh no, I didn't bring over the animal spirit one. I got the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit, the like I said, the Divine Circus, and the Citadel, and then I got a new tarot deck as well, Wild Reflections. It kind of reminded me of the Light Seers Tarot, and I was guided to get it. Okay, so let's see here where we got it. Okay, we're guided to the Divine Circus. Yesterday we got the Date with Destiny card. It was perfect with all the other cards that had come through. Really cool. Fun night last night. I really enjoyed that. After I get some stuff done that I really need to get done, and things kind of settle into the new timelines, I am going to be going live more on my Mighty Networks, and definitely on YouTube too once I get to 50 subscribers, but whenever that's supposed to happen, that will happen. Okay, so these are messages for today, whenever your today happens to be. You're guided to these messages, whether it's today, the 28th, tomorrow, 6 months from now. These are timeless messages that come through on these days. Oh, it's going to be one of those where I have to shuffle a whole lot, huh? Okay, then we're going to do, I'm going to do the split method, and that's where I split the deck into, pick a side, put the other one aside, and keep splitting down until I have about anywhere from 4 to 6 cards usually. So we're going to keep the right side, pulling the left side out, and then we're going to split that right side again. We're going to keep the left side this time, pulling that right side out. one more time here with the split. We're going to keep the right side, the left side, pulling the right side out. And this is where we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And let's show you what we got here. 6 cards. We're going to keep this one here. So let's pull these out. We're just keeping one. I don't know if we're just going to have this one card, if we're getting more cards today from my other decks or what, but let's see what we got here. Silver Siren. Beautiful card. Look at that face. So pretty. Silver Siren. Let's put you back over here for a second. Let's get you on the water. How's that sound? Let's do some water business for a little bit. Pull the rest of these cards out and away. This is one of the cards that really caught my eye when we were unboxing, and I was just randomly pulling cards out to show people. And I was like, wow, this card is super cool. I love it. Kind of went with the theme too. Yesterday we got Quicksilver, right? In yesterday's video, we got Quicksilver from the Archetypes deck, I get them confused. The Alchemy deck. And today we're getting Silver Siren. So Quicksilver yesterday, very Mercury based. I really enjoyed that one. And today we have Silver Siren with the Divine Circle Oracle from Alana Firechild. Okay, here we go. On page 109, card number 37, Silver Siren. When is an enchantment not enchanting? When is a spell that you allow to consume your free will, even as it promises so much and yet delivers so little? So little. I don't know what I just said. The Silver Siren sings her song, a pretty poison to the soul. Her false allure tempts the mind, even whilst the heart feels that something is not quite right. Your power will come from discerning the truth and allowing her false promises no place in your heart. Well, this is really interesting because yesterday with Silver Siren, with Quicksilver, it was all about the truth. And I named that video Shaman and the Truth. And so here we are with Silver Siren coming in about the truth and discerning the truth and knowing from false. Okay, let's get into it. I'm being guided to read from the book. Continue to read. So here we go. The modern world, perhaps especially in the spiritual field, is laden with false light. Ooh. Oh, I love this. The modern world, perhaps especially in the spiritual field, is laden with false light. So true. This is the light that blinds and obscures rather than clarifies and reveals. False light is that which might seem dazzling on the surface, but underneath is nothing but hot air at best and destructive energy that will rot your soul at worst. False light is the opportunity so intoxicating that even selling your soul to have it seems rational, or the person so alluring that you are willing to deny your basic needs for respect and acknowledgement in order to spend even just a moment by their side. The false light is a seduction, a siren song, a promise of whatever it is you feel you cannot have unless you compromise your integrity to get it. Okay, being guided to move this over here as the sun is hitting all of that water. Okay. There's just one lesson to be learned through the siren song, the same lesson always. No matter what the circumstances may be, if you compromise your integrity, you will find that what you have obtained was not worth the price you paid for, no matter how much you believed it would be otherwise. It simply will not be worthwhile. So, Silver Siren comes to you when you are one of the souls with enough discernment, strength, and integrity to be able to say no to the enchantment that will not enhance your life, but slowly and surely destroy it. The small compromise of your self-esteem could seem innocuous enough at first, but with cajoling and manipulation would continue and eventually erode at your soul until you no longer believed yourself capable of living your best life, of receiving genuine love and affection, of having anything of value to share with the world. This is the kind of energy that parasites will, toxic people, abusive people, people that are parasitic will have on us, for sure. To disempower the false light, you must stay true to what your heart says. No matter how much you may fear you'll regret it later on, simply say no to that which is unworthy, to that which does not hold the truth of love within. Even if by all appearances a person declares they are utterly enlightened and only interested in your highest good, even if the opportunity at hand is too good to miss, making your mind needy and confused with what you feel in your heart is that you really should give it a miss. Simply say no. When Silver Siren sings her song to you, know that you are being given an opportunity for empowerment. This is an opportunity to trust yourself and stand firm in your truth, and to experience the priceless sense of love, safety, security, peace, and self-possession that this brings. With this, your soul can sing its own song, a song that shares true light, the lightness of a heart that lives in peaceful truth with the world. Love this. Okay. And then there's a healing trick and an affirmation, but I'm going to wait on that on pages 110 and 111. And go a little bit more into the description and what's coming through. So yes, false light, which I talk about a lot. This is light, this is dark disguised as the light. A lot of people that are very popular in spirituality are this. They're actually energy vampires, narcissists. They have either some combination of parasites or literally the puppet master parasite, the narcissist parasite that is one of the worst ones, although there are more disruptive and powerful ones that can really do some crazy magic. They're not nearly as prevalent or as plentiful as the puppet master one, the one that we call people that are narcissists, or people that have the puppet master parasite. So this speaks to kind of parasites in general, people that manipulate and control and do a kind of glamoring. That is also part of this. This is kind of a glamoring situation. It says that it obscures rather than clarifies and reveals. It blinds and obscures rather than clarifies and reveals. So it takes you further away from who you truly are and your beautiful magic. And allows, it doesn't cultivate your autonomy, your authenticity, your inner strength, your empowerment, your clarity, your spiritual connections. It relies on, or they rely, or make you rely on them and disempower you and fill you with a bunch of information that really has anything to do with your healing, with connecting to your soul, with connecting to your guides and guardians. Because the more that you do that, the more autonomous and sovereign and powerful and able to, be, less dependent on anybody else and more dependent on yourself. And people who want power and want control and want your energy don't do that. That's why the medical establishment, that's why a lot of healers want you dependent on them as much as possible, as often as possible. They just get you feeling good enough to be hooked on the medicine, so to speak, the bullshit medicine, to keep coming back for it, but it never cures you. It never fully fixes the problem. Whereas somebody like me, we eliminate all that ails you, that keeps you disempowered and keeps you from your true power and your true magic. So there's the difference. That's what you want to look for. You want to look for like what's coming through. Is it about you and your life? Or is it about a bunch of other stuff and information or energies that really have nothing to do with you? We want the information and the connections to things that clarifies. I can't even tell you how often we talk about clarity here and having clarity and doing the things to get clear, doing the things to advance your ascension, your healing, your evolution. That's what you want to be, targeted in on, because that is what's the most important thing for you. That's what's going to raise your vibration. That's what's going to get you on your highest timelines and be as powerful and magical and download all these gifts and abilities and power and activate your divinity the absolute most. That's what we need. Okay. So this also, be aware, this also includes anything that is distracting and takes up your time, that is like the guilty pleasure that you really know. Like, I spend way too much time. Let's say there's some show on TV and your thing is, in the evening after work, once you get home, is to sit and watch this kind of what I call bubblegum television, that it's just mindless. It's like chewing bubblegum. It doesn't give you anything. It's not actually giving you nutrition or sustenance in any way. It's just chewing bubblegum. It's like it tricks you into thinking, your body is thinking, oh, food is coming, something good is coming, something that's going to add to my life force is coming, and your body never gets it. By the way, gum is really bad for you. If you have issues with IBS or, acid reflux or any kind of digestive thing and you're a gum chewer, stop chewing gum and you'll see an improvement, because it tricks your body into thinking you're going to eat. It produces all this acid in your stomach and it never comes, or it comes way later. You get ulcers and all sorts of things. It's just really bad. It fucks with your head. I mean, it fucks with your digestive system, with your body, with your energy. It uses energy that you don't need to use, because digestion, the whole process of digestion takes a lot of energy. Okay, anyway. Funny little sidebar there. But so anything that's like bubblegum, what doesn't actually sustain you, that uses your energy, is actually hurting you. And that's basically what this card is about. The Silver Siren, it's saying, it sounds good, it looks good, but it's not actually good. it's an illusion of good. It's satisfying something, but it's not giving you what you need. So it's time to look at your habits and what you're consuming and what you're spending your time on and how that could be better spent. How you can commit to yourself, to your healing, to your evolution, where it will be actually better for you. Okay, so now the healing trick on page 110. And by the way, as I was reading this, I was given the directive that from now on, now sometimes we have a lot of cards and I can't like take pictures of all the cards and post, it's just very time consuming. But sometimes I'm being guided to post the picture of the card and the description in the guidebook, so you could read it, review it for yourself as well. Okay, so the healing trick, to help you take the wisdom offered and put it to best use in your life now, do this healing trick in order to clear obstacles to putting this guidance into place. Relax and close your eyes for several moments. So let's do this now is what I'm being guided. So relax and close your eyes for several moments, or you could stop this video and do this again when you are ready to. But if you're in a place where you can do this, just close your eyes. I don't think you're going to have to do a whole lot of things here. Oh, you do need to say some things out loud. So do this where you can do this and say things out loud, but you may just want to, review this, listen to it, and see if this is something you want to do. I would think that you would. So relax and close your eyes for several moments. Take a couple deep breaths. Center yourself. I'm adding things here. Tap into your heart center, tap into your throat center, tap into your third eye center, tap into your solar plexus center, your sacral center, and your root center, and draw a line all the way from the root all the way up, balancing and centering, invoking and commanding both your divine masculine and your divine feminine to dance in rhythm and harmony within you. Take another couple deep breaths here at your own pace, centering yourself again, tapping into your spinal column and seeing that line going through all the way up past brainstem into the pineal gland, your third eye. Okay, now you're going to visualize, imagine, feel, or pretend that there's a very pretty light in front of you. So see this very pretty light in front of you, whatever that means for you. It's all sparkly and shiny, but something about it doesn't feel quite right. Using your superpowers of imagination and visualization, visions and psychic powers, you are able to look inside, behind the surface appearance, to see what is really behind that sparkling pretty light. You see, sense, feel, or smell stinky, toxic gases. Pee, ew. I'm hearing like skunky if you don't like that smell. Like it starts, like you really start smelling this. The gases are releasing toxic substances that are very unhealthy, perhaps even dangerous. Say out loud 3 times. Shiny though you appear to be, I do not wish you to be near me. Go away without delay, never to return. I embrace the real light of love. All else I choose to spurn. Shiny though you appear to be, I do not wish you near to me. Go away without delay, never to return. I embrace the real light of love. All else I choose to spurn. And one more time. Shiny though you appear to be, I do not wish you near to me. Go away without delay, never to return. I embrace the real light of love. All else I choose to spurn. The sparkling light disappears. Poof, never to return. You now see, sense, feel, or visualize a beautiful, softly glowing light. It feels good. It is love. You can use your powers of imagination to see inside the light to perceive what it is truly made of. You see a beautiful golden face that smiles at you. Aww, you feel loved. You feel blessed. You feel seen and heard and protected. You relax and know that the universe is always looking out for you. Rest for a few moments, basking in the soft, warm glow of that real, loving light. And you have finished your healing trick. That was beautiful. Got me emotional. Whew! I could really see it. It was absolutely beautiful. Affirmation. Say the following affirmation aloud to boost the power of this message and to integrate it into your body, mind, and soul. You can say it morning and or evening for a few days or even a few months or just at the end of your healing trick. I recognize the truth behind the light. My heart instinctively recognizes what is right. I love that. On page 111, I recognize the truth behind the light. I recognize the truth behind the light. My heart instinctively recognizes what is right. Now, I have a few things to say about that. I love that affirmation so much. Number one, remember, the truth is divine. The truth is divinity. And as long as you have your sights, your target, your position, your intent, your motivation, and your inspiration honed in on the truth, locked in on the truth, like a hunter with his rifle looking through the scope, seeing the target, and it says truth, and you're right there, bullseye center. The truth is divine. This is why those of us that are really sensitive to the truth and to energies that are not easily manipulated and really never have been, we've seen through the bullshit, we've cut through all of that, we've seen and we've felt and we've smelled those toxic gases when we knew that they were being shown, to us. When somebody looks at you and says, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean that, I love you, or I didn't do that, or it's not what you think, you're mistaken, that's not what happened, and you're like, you're full of shit. I can smell this shit. Maybe it should be a shit smell, not a skunk smell. I think it should be, because it's bullshit, right? It should be shit. Because that's what we smell. We go, oh, bullshit. Maybe I can't prove it, but I know I smell bullshit. And if I smell bullshit, there's bullshit. It's that whole looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, walks like a duck. It's a fucking duck. Same thing. And remember, the truth is divine. That's why we want the truth. So again, 2 days in a row, the truth is coming out so strongly. And the second thing I wanted to say about this is I also call this the ding and the dong. And we will feel that right in our heart space. If we attune to our inner compass, our knowing of ourselves and knowing that we can smell the bullshit. The ding and the dong, it's a vibration. It's a sensation. When we hear truth, that is light, and we hear ding, it's a bell. It's a nice high vibe. Okay? Let me use my kalimba. It's a nice high vibe. Okay? When it's a false, oh, that's a high one. Wrong one. I don't even have one that doesn't sound good. I love this one too, but that would be the low, and that would be the high. So the ding, ding, truth, 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 even if I don't like it, truth, 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 truth. False, 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 ding, and the dong. If you feel a dong or hear in your mind, in your head, dong, 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 false, bullshit, red flag, no, no, no. I mean, it's there. Either we choose to hear it and feel it or we don't. Okay, there we go. And I'm being guided to one card of the Citadel. Oh, the Citadel. It is such a cool deck. Such a cool deck. You got to see this. If you haven't seen it yet, if you weren't at my live yesterday, remember I am going to post that video on my YouTube channel here. But anyway, here it is. I love this shape. And it's about what all goes on in the town, in the city, in the Citadel, with all the different archetypes, all the different players, and all the different, and it goes by suits, the court, what was it? And that's really similar to my other archetype deck, the Wild Unknown. It goes by sections. Same thing with the alchemy deck, but it's the different, the who, the what, the wheres, the selves, the places, the tools, and the themes or the initiations, and those different categories of archetypes. So here we have the court, the academy, the crowd, and the troop. So they're the different kind of levels and layers of archetypes in the world, basically, is the way that goes. So I am, I think, going to do, oh no, we're going to get this card right here. I wasn't quite sure. As I shuffled, a card came out for me. The Merchant. Interesting. Let's see what the Merchant's all about. Check this out. And what's really cool about these cards is that there's foil in each of them. There are these basic colors. So we have the scales here with the Merchant, self-worth, and trade. So there we go, self-worth. What did Silver Siren tell us? We need to have our self-worth and discernment to know like what is right, what is true, what is balanced. So the Merchant, let me find what page the Merchant is on. Merchant 96 is in the crowd. Oh, right to it. Look at that. And what I really love too about this deck is that the book is colorful as well. Like, look, the entire card is there. So I will read about the Merchant. See what additional messages come through. Coins change hands, deals are struck, a golden scale tilts as goods are weighed. The merchant greets everyone with a smile, proud in the knowledge that their service benefits others. They know what others have to offer and what they want in exchange. And often the merchant knows what their customers need before even they do. You've got plenty to offer both yourself and other people. And sometimes it's beneficial to remind yourself exactly what you've got in stock. If you feel like you're being taken advantage of, raise your prices, or maybe your figurative wares would be better appreciated elsewhere. It wasn't in reverse, but I'm going to read it anyway on page 96 here. Life is full of hagglers. That's true. And there are those around you who demand and demand without offering anything in return. You're the only one who can decide what you are and aren't willing to give. Find the strength to say no when needed and use that time for yourself instead. Exactly. Both of these cards talk about saying no. Talk about, having boundaries, basically. Knowing what you're worth, knowing what your energy is worth, whether it's in personal relationships or as a merchant. Know your worth and your value. Don't give away the goods and not have a healthy, meaningful, fair exchange. Across the board in your life, have boundaries. No, I'm not giving that up to satisfy your needs over my needs right now. I'm not. And you know too, like where there's people in your life or people that you've identified that are always having emergencies, right? Everything is at the last minute. They can't get their shit together. Their emergency needs to become your emergency. And at least that's what they think, but that's not true. No, your emergency is not my emergency. Sorry. That happened recently with me. It was like somebody was trying to get a hold of me, and that was right in the middle or right before I was going to meditate and do my live and play with cards. And it was like, get a hold of me, ASAP. It's an actual emergency. They didn't say it's an emergency. It was just like, get a hold of me ASAP, calling me a bunch of times. And it's like, and I knew, this is not urgent. They want action right now from me, but I'm doing what I'm doing. And I'm not going to let anybody or cross my own boundary when I'm in a state of peace and my energy needs to be protected, and I don't need to be bothered by whatever they have going on that's their emergency, because they always have some emergency. Everything's always shifting and changing. It's like this river right down here. It's like, oh, it's going this way. Oh, it's going that way. Oh, turn this way. Oh, turn that way. And you're just like, you know what? After a while, you're like, I'm not spinning when you're spinning and how you're spinning and all the spins. Like, that has nothing to do with me. So know when it has to do with you. Have your boundaries. Don't let people take advantage or all of a sudden bulldoze your plans and your time because they need something. And you're so programmed to give people what they need, when they need it, how they need it. That's not your problem or your responsibility. Not even for your children. Not even for your children. Aside if they're an infant or a toddler. But, past like age 5 or 4, it's a different story. And people need to, to wait and not have their needs met exactly when they think they need their needs met, or get from you exactly what they want from you when they want it from you. You need your boundaries. You need to say no. You need to also know that what the truth is for yourself. It's like the truth is, no, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to be a part of this? Do I believe in that? If the answer is no, then you're crossing your own, boundary. And that's on you. So again, both of these cards coming out with very similar messages. You know, if things aren't fair, make them fair. If they can't get fair, then go elsewhere. And how that needs to happen. Also on the other side of this, you know, it is a thing to, you know, really, you know, see others value what they charge, tap into that energy. People are all over the place with prices and stuff. And I do a thing with minimum donations. I'm like, okay, this is taking up a certain amount of time and energy before, during, after for me, to do this service, to facilitate this, whatever I'm doing. And for as long as it is that I'm doing it, and I'm guided to think of a minimum amount of money that I am okay with taking for that service, for that offering. And if people want to pay me more because they see that the value is more, and it always is, in my opinion. But if people, you know, don't, or, you know, that's the cap on the amount of money that they're willing to spend, or all the money they have, whatever their case is, that's their business. That's their business. And my business is to, you know, I go into that exchange just going, this is what it is. And not only that, I have people pay like a holding fee for that. You know, if it's a one-off service, a holding fee to keep your scheduled time with me, have the service, experience what you've experienced, and then pay me the remainder. And not pay it all up front because you haven't even experienced the service yet. Why would you? It's like, you know, in these cases, it's kind of like, well, I guess it is like takeout or whatever. You pay for your food and then you get it and then you eat it. And then it's like, well, I paid for that. Versus going to the restaurant, you're like, I eat it and then I pay for it. If it was horrible, maybe I won't pay for it. I don't know. But anyway, I'm guided to do that with my one-off services. I am coming out with some no minimum donation services. So it's, again, those are going to be literally whatever you can pay with no minimum. There's like, how many, 3 or 4 of those that are coming out. But then I have my other ones that are minimums. And then, when it comes to, like my groups and stuff and my long-term plans, I have it set up differently for the way people need to pay. I even take payments on my one-off services. My minimum donation is $222, and I understand if that's a lot of money for people, it would be a lot of money for me at most of the times in my life. And, if you need, you know, to pay $40-$50 or whatever for a few weeks until that's, you know, service is paid off, then we'll have the service and then you can pay me the rest of it over the course of the next couple months. But the important thing is getting you that service. So basically, the way I am guided to work with people and myself when it comes to all of this, for the exchange, for the balance, because again, that's what this merchant is talking about, the balance, because it really does need to be in balance. And it's up to us to facilitate that. So, I'm guided to create balance when it comes to money and help heal the money wound for myself and for others, and not make money an obstacle or money a limitation, money a negative situation when you want to experience something but you can't because of money, especially when it comes to healing and your ascension and your awareness and your empowerment and all those things. So I'm guided to do things a certain way that most people do not, because there's a balance in all of it. Some people can pay more and some people can't. And it balances itself out. It's called universal sliding scale and donation based, policy or method or whatever it is, mission. And it is all centered around this understanding that there's this exchange that is fair and balanced, and we're both working towards healing the money wound, and you feeling really good and light and bright about the money that you're paying me for what you're getting from me and your experience through that. And I'm feeling really good about that too. Like, I'm getting money to sustain what I do. Obviously, I need to pay for shit in my life or I can't have my life. I mean, everybody needs to make money to doing what they do. And it needs to be, the value needs to, in my opinion, the value and the experience is always going to be greater than the money you pay me. Always. Because at the end of the day, what I do is priceless. And I wish I didn't have to take money. I wish this system that we live in didn't work on money. I really wish it was truly an energy exchange. But that's not the way the world works. I can't call up PG&E or my landlord or go to the grocery store and go, hey, energy exchange. Oh, I'm going to give you love and light. And, can I take the groceries? Can I, stay here another month? Can I keep my lights on? No, it doesn't work that way. We need money. This system, this realm, as of now, runs on money in one way, shape, or form. And while these systems are changing and evolving, that's what we got going on now. So, to do what we do, how we need to do it, with the tools and the situation in which we need to make those things happen, we need to sustain that with money. And you need to pay me if, when you're paying me, you need to pay me or anybody else that you're paying, especially when it comes to anything. When it comes to tipping the guy that's bringing you your groceries, or, paying for the gas in your car, or paying for the groceries at the store, paying for the therapist or the healer, or a membership or a session or a program, everything that you pay for, you should be paying for happily. In love and light. You should be sending your money out into the world and the universe with that exchange with happiness. Not, fuck, I gotta pay this bill. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. Oh, the grocery cost this much. This sucks. Oh, there it goes out of my account. Oh, horrible. Horrible. Oh, this sucks. I gotta, it's like, we need to turn it around within ourselves when we're exchanging goods and services for money, because there's a difference in how you're going to resonate in the world and in your life, and how those things are going to work in your life depending on the feelings you have when you're paying for stuff. When I pay for stuff, I make sure I'm not going, ugh. I make sure I'm like, yo, slow that roll down. No. No, I'm grateful that I had this experience. I'm thankful for the person doing the job, or I'm grateful for whatever I'm consuming or the thing that I just got. I'm happy to pay for it. I think this is a fair exchange, or I'm not going to buy it, or I'm not going to experience it. Or I'm not going to whatever. It is what it is. So, bless it with energy that is light and bright and loving, and you're going to have a better magical experience in the world. 100%. 100% more will come into balance for you. And I ask that if you ever pay me for anything, that before you do, you get your shit together and you send me that money feeling light and bright, or I don't want it. Say, I'm not in a good place right now financially. I'm going to send it tomorrow. I need to get my shit together energetically. I'll be like, okay, I'll wait until you get your shit together. pull the golden nuggets out of this shit and see why it's such a good thing to pay me and feel good about it instead of not. Because I don't want your shitty money. Some people, the false light people, they'll take money no matter what. They don't care. It doesn't matter to them. They don't smell the shit. I do. I don't want to send shit out into the world, and I don't want to receive shit in the world, even if it's a big old stack of money. I'd rather not with any of it, you know? Okay, so, whoo! That is all for now. Thank you for being here with me. I appreciate you, your time, your energy, your contribution to this space, this beautiful sacred space. I hope you have enjoyed this reading and these messages that came through. One more time, let me show you the siren, the silver siren, and the merchant. The divine circus oracle and the citadel. So there's that. Let me show you this. Okay. Awesome messages today. Very similar to, but a little different to the messages that we got yesterday. If you missed yesterday's message, I highly suggest that you check that out. And until next time, dear one, thanks for being here. You know what to do. Subscribe, hit the bell, leave a comment. Let me know how these messages resonate for you, if you will. Your comments are really the golden, I guess what YouTube really likes is comments in the stats and the algorithms. So thank you for leaving comments. I really appreciate that. Of course, likes are great too. Shares, of course. And I will see you again. Don't forget, you can go back in the catalog and, you know, just kind of slide through all the days. Today is the 28th of January. Don't forget, whenever you were guided to this message is when it was right for you. And the same goes for all the other videos as well. If you're guided to one of those messages are for you. Timeless messages here. And I will see you soon, dear one. Don't forget to check out my website, visit my community. I hope you join. Reach out if you have any questions or would like to spend time with me. Until next time, bye for now. Oh, infinite love and blessings. And bye for now.